Get smoother, brighter skin instantly in one easy step. Dermalogica's daily microfoliant gives you the smooth, glowy skin you want without damaging your skin barrier. This gentle exfoliating powder activates with water to smooth out rough texture and brighten skin. It's powerful enough to deliver results, yet gentle enough to use every single day, even on sensitive skin. See the results for yourself. Visit Dermalogica.com and use code SMOOTH at cart for an exclusive free gift with $65 purchase.
So one of the biggest ways to make me orgasm would be kitten licking.
Oh. Well, I really like the direction the show has taken already.
But I would say there was one experience that really kind of blew it out of the park. It was actually my last relationship. So he actually made me squirt from
from oral sex.
That was the one and only time that I've been able to squirt from. Yeah.
But that wasn't your first time squirting ever.
No.
But through oral sex.
Yes, through oral sex.
Welcome to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy. Here's your host, Marcus.
Welcome to another episode of Secrets of a Sugar Daddy, the number one sugar dating podcast in the world, where we pull back the curtains on the good and the bad and the shocking stories of sugar dating. Now, by the time this comes out, we're probably creating a lot of shocking and memorable stories at Sugarpalooza 7. Excited to do that. In the house today, I've got Nikki.
Hello.
And Taylor. How are you guys?
Hi.
So we are very excited. We'll give you guys the aftermath rundown of Sugarpalooza 7. I've also got some really interesting people coming in who say they want to share some shocking stories. So I can't wait to see how this one's going to turn out, but it's going to be a lot of fun. You guys can certainly catch us at the next one. We will have one. We're looking at a few concerts already for 2026, so we will announce those when we get the plans finalized. But we'd certainly love for you to join our family at patreon.com/Secrets of a Sugar Day podcast. We always announce it there first, and if you're a member there, you always get priority judging and invitation to the parties, dinners sometimes. We put some interesting things on there that are exclusive to our Patreon members. We don't advertise or put those out anywhere else. You're going to get to see behind-the-scenes photos of Sugarpalooza 7. You're going to want to see that. Now, we'll blur some faces, but you'll get the general idea of how that party went. And we have a great community chat and lots of other benefits there, and some coaching and profile reviews. Now, you're going to want to join before January 2026 to lock in the lower pricing. You can still join. We'd love to have you at the little bit higher pricing, but we're going to restructure it a little bit for you people that have coaching and profile reviews. We're introducing some calendar options where you can book your time. Anyway, let's bring in our guest, Nikki. What is new with you?
Hello. It's been an exciting week waiting for the party. Every week is like another countdown. I can't wait. Been planning on that. And I actually have an oral sex story to tell.
Well, let's just start off the show right.
Yeah, with oral sex. On my way in here today, I was reminiscing. So this is like a little bit of an
man, I thought you were going to say something else. But okay, you were reminiscing. All right.
I was reminiscing about the best oral sex I've ever had. And this is kind of a lesson for the men out there that do what we call kitten licking.
Okay.
Is that a familiar term?
Yes.
Okay.
we all know where you're going with that.
All right. So the best oral sex I ever had involved no licking at all. And the guy actually took his entire tongue, like if you can imagine your hand, the palm of your hand, including all the fingers, as being the tongue, and he put his entire tongue between my legs, put some pressure, and then moved up, down, all around, circle, harder pressure, lighter pressure. I came several times like that.
Wow, that's amazing. We actually have that technique in that program that we are affiliated with called OMGS.
Okay, I'm a member of that.
Yeah,
I've been for quite a while.
Yeah, I believe that it's either that technique or something very similar. But of course, you can make modifications as you find her sweet spot, and you kind of play around with that. But
It was amazing. And I've never been with anyone who can replicate that.
really,
Yeah. So,
that reminds me of this comedian. You know, she's like, she had dated a guy named Craig, and she was, and they had really good sex, right? And so every time she went out with somebody new, it just was a little awkward. And she's like, "Can you just do it like Craig? Like Craig did it?" You know. But they don't. Everybody's so different.
Yeah.
That's what's kind of fun and exciting about seeing different types of people. Is everybody has different techniques. But boy, I can definitely reminisce a few sexual encounters I've had that were absolutely mind blowing, and then others you went, well, that was pretty unsatisfying, you know, right? Yeah. How about you, Taylor?
So one of the biggest ways to make me orgasm would be kitten licking.
Well, I really like the direction the show has taken already.
But I would say there was one experience that really kind of blew it out of the park. It was actually my last relationship. So he actually made me squirt from
really?
Yes.
From oral sex?
That was the
That's
one and only
amazing.
time that I've been able to squirt
Wow.
from. Yeah.
But that wasn't your first time squirting ever.
No.
But
no.
through oral sex.
Yes, through oral sex.
Yeah. And did you just like spray him? How did that? I mean, did he come up like dripping wet? I mean, how did that work?
He stayed down there. He kept going.
Now you're telling me that it is a little different type of a feeling for you.
Yes. So when I orgasm, usually it's a different feeling. Squirting, yes, it's a different sensation. I definitely love it. I enjoy it. But orgasming and squirting, I feel like they're just different feelings. I like the full orgasm better, but I mean, man, that was hot.
Well, again, on the OMG Yes program, there are sections on that topic. So I would highly recommend
That's
it.
a great program.
Yeah. It's on our website. I have it at the very top. And if you just click on the link, it'll take you there. It gives us credit for it. I get a whole $15, I think, if you sign up. It's just a one-time fee, though. It's really nice. And then you own the program, basically. So you can practice it as many times as you want. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna look at that program.
Go back
after
and
this
refresh your
podcast.
memory.
I've actually looked at it 3 or 4 times, but it's been a while since the last time. And I tell this funny story too. I was sitting in this restaurant in a booth. It was just like a fast food place. I was working one day and I took a lunch break. And I pulled up the program, and it's got an actual vagina that you can work with your fingers, and it tells you whether you're doing it right or wrong or too fast, too slow. And I'm sitting there moving my fingers on this vagina, and it actually moves, right? There's portions of it that move. And one of the workers walked by behind me, and I didn't see her, and I'm just like, oh.
Well, I like that program for myself as a woman because it talks about how you should communicate to your man. And I'm really bad about that.
Yeah.
So I can take lessons from that, just understanding how to communicate better with what I want and what I need.
Well, we're going to get into a few topics today, but Taylor has launched her OnlyFans, and how's that going?
So it was about midnight last night, actually. I was on my account and I see a flag pop up. It was actually 2. One of it was for using household items in my content.
Like what?
So this past week, I had used bananas, cucumbers, and ice cream.
Okay. And those aren't allowed.
Those are not allowed, apparently.
That's interesting.
Yes.
You're desecrating the fruit? I don't understand.
So with the ice cream, I was, just kind of rubbing it on myself and licking it and
Well, I've seen people do
rubbing it
even
downstairs.
like honey, which is very sticky, but I've seen people
Right.
put honey on themselves. That's not allowed?
Apparently not.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean,
Or whipped cream? No?
I'll have to do more research,
Yeah.
but I was flagged for it. I had to do an appeal on this. I was actually notified that they're just going to be deleting that specific content, I was honestly really worried that my account was going to be either deleted, suspended, or I was going to be banned.
Now, how do we find your account?
It's XO Taylor World on
XO Taylor World?
yes, or on Instagram it's going to be Bad Girl Taylor XX.
Bad Girl Taylor XX. So that if you guys want to see Taylor, she's not afraid to be seen out of there.
So at the moment, it's just the content they're pulling, that particular content.
Correct, yes.
Okay.
But I had done some research and I was able to find some banana dildos and more fruit.
So you can use a fruit dildo,
You can use a fruit dildo.
but not the actual fruit.
Correct.
Oh my God.
It
Which
must
is-
be, you know, when you sign up for your account, there's a whole bunch of stuff you have to acknowledge. There's like
Right.
pages and pages of.
Right.
I bet there's something in there that says you can't.
I know.
Apparently,
And
Taylor skimmed over that section.
I will definitely need to go back and read that because I feel like with any website, if you're joining Instagram, Facebook, something, I feel like who's ever going to read all
Right.
of the, but I'm going to go back and really read everything and make sure my account doesn't get any more flags. But I was really nervous.
So, Taylor, you're still on Seeking, though, right?
Yes, I'm still on Seeking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything new since last time we spoke to you?
Yes, I did end up seeing the last guy I had mentioned that we did the FaceTime call. Another guy, he took me out to dinner a little bit ago. We hadn't been chatting too much. He kind of came back and was like, "Hey, are you free this week?" And I didn't respond for like 15 minutes. Then he sent me another text that says $800 question mark.
And you're like, oh, you suddenly got my attention.
Right.
Wait another 15 minutes
I
and
know.
see if he ups it.
Yeah. And what'd you do?
I replied back to him, so we're going to set something up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, speaking of $800, I just want to update you guys. I'm still on Seeking. I still talk to people pretty much for a couple reasons. I enjoy it, and then to keep kind of a pulse on what's going on. Nikki, where do you think the PPMs are at these days?
In Phoenix?
Just in general. Yeah, but let's say Phoenix.
Okay. I would think between 500 and 1,000.
Yeah, but it's going to be narrow that. It's more in the 700 to 1,200 range.
Oh, is it?
You can't hardly
Wow.
get anybody to, when you ask them, well, what are you looking for? It's not 500 anymore. It's like 7, 8. I've had 2 people lately, which shocked me. The first one shocked me. The second one, not so much. She actually looked the part, and I'm like, okay, well, good for you if you can get it. $2,000 PPM.
In Phoenix.
Yeah, $2,000
Wow.
to start, and then she would like a $10,000 a month,
Wow.
basically allowance once you got comfortable. She looked like she could probably command that. The other one did not at all. I'm just like, no, never.
And for those amounts, are men, like truthfully, are men expecting sex? Or
I would hope so.
that's what I was
I would
thinking.
imagine so, yeah. It's such a tricky thing because I've paid like higher amounts than I've wanted to for a PPM, but then my expectations start getting a lot higher, and I actually put up with less bullshit because I'm paying more, right? If a girl goes out with me and she's like, yeah, it'll just be, $400 or $500 or whatever for the night, and then, we can go from there. I'm pretty flexible with her and not so demanding, but if somebody says 1,000 and I pay that 1,000, my God, we're headed back to my place at the end of the night. No ifs, ands, or buts. No, of course I wouldn't do that to that extent, but that's more of the mindset, right?
Yeah.
Taylor, what's the highest PPM you've ever been given?
I would probably say it was over 2,000. It was like probably the 2,400 thing that I got when I was dating that guy.
Just for one date?
Yeah.
That's real nice. Yeah, I mean, good for you if you can get it. It's just out of my budget. I mean, of course, I've got Alejandra, who I've got on a weekly allowance, so I'm very limited on funds, and I've got a lot of real estate projects that are severely tying up my cash flow right now. But occasionally when I do go out, I'm noticing that in the Arizona area, 700-800 is pretty much what they're at. It's not 500 anymore.
Wow.
Yeah. Nikki, what'd you think it was at?
Well, that range I gave you between 500 and 1,000 is what I thought was about the range, but it sounds like that's bumping up.
It is. Now, we just traveled to Cabo, and I felt out that area a little bit, and it seems to be very similar to Phoenix. And then when we were in Chicago, 1,000 seemed to be the norm up there. I didn't actually meet anybody, but that's kind of, I played the part like, hey, what would your allowance be for the night or your PPM? And that's kind of the numbers I was seeking. I know in Vegas, I think it was a year ago, I talked to a girl and she wanted like 1,500, and she said, "Oh, well, where are you at?" And I wasn't going to meet her, so I just threw out. I'm like, "Well, I'm more in the $1,000 range." And she goes, "That's an insult."
Oh,
and I'm like, $1,000? That's not a fucking insult. That's a lot of money for a few hours, 3 or 4 hours, maybe, and sometimes it's only for an hour. Like, I don't know, but in Vegas, it seems to be more in the 1,500 to 2,000 range. So we kind of like to give you a pulse of what's going on around our area. I know when I throw out numbers, I'll get hate mail going, that's ridiculous. I'd never see a guy for that little amount or whatever. But I'm just saying this is what we're seeing, right?
yeah.
I remember when we were talking with Lily when she first got on the show of 300 to 500 range was good.
So it's gone up a lot. Since that.
Yeah.
So do you feel like the girls have gotten better since then, or are they still the same?
No, they're the same. They're just, their expectations are higher. And, you look at rent of a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment, it's getting close to $2,000. 5 years ago, that was maybe $1,000 or $1,100. So it's doubled, right?
Yeah.
So,
And I think if you look at both parties, the men and the women, and what they have to do, be in this lifestyle, it's expensive for both parties. So the women, we've got I've bought outfits for dates. There's the makeup, there's the hair, there's the time you spend getting ready, driving to the date. The men are buying dinner, if there's drinks, and then they pay the PPM. So it's an expense for the men too. And with inflation, all of that goes up.
oh yeah. I remember when Amy and I first met in 2020, she was going on a date with a guy, took her to Nordstrom's because God forbid she shop anywhere else. So we go to Nordstrom's and she finds this dress she likes. And by the time the bill, we totaled it all up, it was over $700, but she was only getting 500 BPM that night. I'm like, Amy, I think we need to rethink this. Well, I think you blew your budget on that one. But
Yeah,
anyway.
and the worst of it is if you buy an outfit and then the date gets canceled.
Oh, yeah, that would be terrible.
You're listening to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy.
Get smoother, brighter skin instantly in one easy step. Dermalogica's daily microfoliant gives you the smooth, glowy skin you want without damaging your skin barrier. This gentle exfoliating powder activates with water to smooth out rough texture and brighten skin. It's powerful enough to deliver results, yet gentle enough to use every single day, even on sensitive skin. See the results for yourself. Visit Dermalogica.com and use code SMOOTH at cart for an exclusive free gift with $65 purchase.
Now back to the show with your host, Marcus.
Well, we had a very fun trip to Cabo. I just got back from Lily and Trucker, me and Alejandra, and then we got to go meet podcast fanboy and his new bride. It was a very interesting trip. We had a lot of fun.
Are they married now?
They're married.
Oh, okay.
It was just a paper marriage, like a courthouse type
Okay.
marriage. They just went down, did the paperwork, administrative, I guess. And he has an appointment with the embassy, I think in Warsaw, Poland, where they're going to interview her on a fiance visa to get her in the U.S. the problem is she's Russian, 26 years old. He's 68. They're looking at her going, denied. We know where, this is, a ploy to get you into the U.S. But they truly seem in love and are committed to each other. It was just a very interesting dynamic, and I kind of want to dance around it because I don't want to upset anybody. But what we observed was interesting because it wasn't, even though she is like the ultimate sugar baby, right? To Podcast Fanboy, he takes care of her like nobody else and just showers her with gifts and presents and makes sure she's comfortable and well appreciated. They did not meet on a sugar dating site. They just met at a bar. And so it's technically a vanilla relationship. So it has this different dynamic, and he could not be open with her about how he met us. Oh. And we kind of had to dance around the situation because it came up, and we asked him before we got there. We're like, okay, I know she doesn't know about the podcast. She doesn't know how you met us through all that. What are we going to say? Well, he did tell her an incident where we did meet. It was through a real estate transaction, a real estate thing, which was technically true, but it just kind of sucked that we couldn't really be open about a lot of things and talk about a lot of things openly because she was a very jealous person. I think if she would have met him through a sugar dating site, maybe the dynamic would be different. Maybe the jealousy would be different. I don't know. It was so interesting to me. I wouldn't say it was good or bad. It was just different, right? Having a vanilla relationship versus a sugar relationship. Even though she's definitely a sugar baby.
And that's got to be hard that he can't talk. It must have been a big part of his life before he met her.
Yes, of course it was.
And now he can't share that with her.
She knows, according to him, and if I get any of this wrong, sorry, Podcast Fanboy, but she knows that he did sugar dating.
Okay.
A little bit about the past lifestyle, but she doesn't want to hear about it. Right? She doesn't want to even imagine in her head him dating other women, which is unfortunate because that's an immature 26-year-old mindset where maybe if she did some open sugar dating, maybe she would understand it better, right? And understand that this was just a great way to meet people, and it is what it is. It's not anything to be jealous about. Actually, I think it's something more to be applauded because it's a great way to meet a lot of really interesting people.
I definitely agree with that. A lot of the people that I've met from Seeking have become great friends that I've known for now a very, very long time. Now, whenever I speak to these individuals, I get to hear about their businesses and they get to hear about what I'm doing and just share. The last guy I went on a date with, that's all we talk about usually before we kind of get to the deed is we're just talking about what I'm doing, what they're doing, and I love it.
It's nice when you share that lifestyle with others, especially a lifestyle like this that you can't really talk about openly to many friends and things like that. It's nice to have a group where you can be transparent about it. And so for Podcast Fanboy, he probably has many other friends that he's met through the lifestyle. Mm-hmm. So I wonder how he's going to be handling that going forward.
Yeah, it's going to be tricky. It's a little bit difficult, I think, but they'll get through it. It's fine. And she'll maybe become more accepting of the idea. I don't know. It's just, it's still so fresh that their relationship is relatively, and they're working through a lot just to get her to the U.S. I mean, we had a great time. We went to this restaurant called Rosa Negra. It was like a nightclub that served dinner. I mean, it was so good. The dinner was great. The entertainment was great. We were there for like 2.5 hours, and it was 2.5 hours of continuous stimulation. They had people holding the little flares with fire going around, and they were cooking, they were flambeing food in front of tables. And then all of a sudden a live band would just set up with bongos and guitars and stuff and just start playing, and people were dancing. And they had a DJ that was one of the best DJs I have heard in a long time, who kept the rhythm rocking. And there was tables of like 12, 15 people. They literally never even sat down at the table until the food came. They're up dancing the whole time. It was so fun. We really, really enjoyed that. So if you're in Cabo and you want a really fun, entertaining place to eat, bring your wallet with plenty of room on the credit card, because it ain't cheap. Our bill was well over $2,000, I think, for 6 of us. But we had some nice bottles of wine and don't regret, any of that expense. It was so fun. And then the next night, our last night there, we ate at a restaurant at the Waldorf Astoria that was oceanside, and it was set on this little cliff. And
that sounds beautiful.
Oh my gosh, it was just fantastic. So thank you, Podcast Fanboy, for allowing us to come down and visit you and your new bride. We had an absolutely amazing time. He's got this like 4,000 square foot condo. I think it was that, or 2,000, maybe it's 2,000 square feet. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it was 4,000, but it was big. Had 3 bedrooms and overlooked the ocean, overlooked the pools. I mean, I don't really make money from this podcast, but the benefits are nice sometimes. Right? So we really, really thank him and wish him and his bride the best on getting her over to the U.S. That's just going to be a difficult thing.
That's going to take a while,
yeah.
right?
But he looks great. He looks very, very young. He's had some updates, and unfortunately, he's walking still a little gingerly because of his accident, but they were really good-looking couple despite their age. I mean, she is tall, very bosomy, blonde, very Russian. Yeah, very Russian with the thick accent. Spoke English just fine. So it was interesting. I don't know. I just think if they would have met on a sugar dating site, her experience and his experience would be it'd be different. Right. I still see it ending in marriage, but maybe just everything would make a little more sense to the embassy, to the people trying to get her into the U.S. Yeah. I don't know, but
so he's completely off the site now. They're monogamous.
Yeah. They're monogamous. They're married.
That's a great story, though.
Yeah.
I mean, and there's been a lot of great stories.
Yeah.
With this kind of dating.
The first time I met her, I was in his condo and I was turned the other direction, and she walked up behind me and she towered over me. I mean, I'm 5'9", and with shoes on, I'm closer to like 5'11", 5'10", but she had to have been in her shoes like over 6 foot.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Very beautiful.
Well, that's good.
I can see why he's attracted to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the other challenge, is she's got a whole different culture. So there was times where she wasn't interacting with all of our conversations, and we have so much to talk about, right? We've been through a lot. I mean, Podcast Fanboys experienced a lot of things with us, and of course, Lily and Trucker. So there's subjects that we get into that we all know what we're talking about. Right. And unfortunately for her, she doesn't know anything about that. Sometimes we had to speak in code. Oh. So kind of hit on things that didn't give it away. So there's challenges.
Do you think he'll ever tell her, like, later on?
I hope so. Yeah, I hope that they can get to a point where you can just open up about everything and there's no judgment about it, because that's the best. That's where Alejandra and I are, and that's where Trucker and Lily, and such great relationships when you can talk about anything. You can talk about anything in your past, and there's really just no judgment, because we've been through it. Trucker's been through relationships. Lily's been through relationships. They can just have fun talking about their crazy, stupid things that they've done in their life.
And it's nice to when your family can know too. My family knows, and I know others can't really do that, but it makes it easier for me. Because a big reason Lily stepped away from the forefront of the show is because her family doesn't know. Okay. And and they were getting closer and closer to finding out. And she's like, "Oh my God, my daughter would just kill me. She would just kill me if she knew all this." It's unfortunate because her daughter's very judgy. Yep. Overly judgy.
I've met people who are like, oh yeah. Matter of fact, I met a girl in Austin, and I think I probably talked about it. She's like, oh yeah, my parents know, my friends know, because she's on Seeking. She gave me her real number. And I was going to call her out on it too. I was going to, once I got to meet her, I was going to say, hey, just FYI, I don't know if you want to use your real number, but she told me right up front. She goes, yeah, I use my real name on the site.
Wow.
I'm not, there's nothing to hide. My dad knows, my mom knows, they're supportive. My friends all know. That's the best.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're listening to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy.
Get smoother, brighter skin instantly in one easy step. Dermalogica's daily microfoliant gives you the smooth, glowy skin you want without damaging your skin barrier. This gentle exfoliating powder activates with water to smooth out rough texture and brighten skin. It's powerful enough to deliver results, yet gentle enough to use every single day, even on sensitive skin. See the results for yourself. Visit Dermalogica.com and use code SMOOTH at cart for an exclusive free gift with $65 purchase.
Now back to the show with your host, Marcus.
Taylor, does your family know?
I think they have a good idea, because I also shared that I have my OnlyFans linked to all my social media. I mean, I have a private or personal Instagram as well, and my other Instagram for OnlyFans and things like that, that's linked right to it. So, I mean, anyone that's on my personal family, anyone, they can just click the link and it directs them right over to my other page. So I have shared little clips and things of me like editing the podcast and stuff. So I'm sure they all know.
Okay. I don't think we've talked about this, but I have questions for you, Taylor. And it's about a subject that I don't really get to talk about with too many of our guests, but you've done some porn videos.
Yes.
There's been people that have probably thought about doing it or would never do it. Okay, would you mind sharing a little bit of how that went for you? You only did it for a short while.
Correct. Yes, I was only out there in LA for 2 weeks.
Okay, so let's just take it to the beginning, because to me, I always wonder how someone goes from sitting at home to in LA doing porn videos. What inspired you to even take that step?
Well, I think I did share this last time that we were talking, that it was a conversation that I was having with somebody, and they were saying, oh, like my little porn star.
Oh, that's right. We did talk about it a little bit.
Yes.
So when you got out there, were you really nervous?
I was nervous just because I didn't know what the other girls were going to be like. I didn't know the agents. I didn't know anything. And then once I got to the place, it wasn't what I was expecting at all. It was like worse.
Oh, yes.
And there was, the agents were just kind of weird. There was a guy, I think he was an agent, but he had a podcast about like porn, and one of the agents brought me over to his place, and he immediately was kind of like all over me. You can do content at my place, and being very like sexual. And so one day he's like, oh, well, we can go have lunch and I can introduce you to my friend Betsy Johnson. I was like, oh, okay.
Betsy Johnson.
Yeah. So he goes and he picks me up, and we were just going to hang out. And then immediately, the second I get in the car, he's trying to like kiss me and like make out with me, and I was not attracted to this man at all. So it was just getting stuck in situations. There was this one video I did. It was just a blowjob video, and the guy that I was doing the video with, he was the like the videographer. He was like, he did everything. He was the male talent. He was running the whole show. He was filming, telling me what to do. And there was parts of it I felt like he wasn't even going to include in the video. He's just telling me to do it for his own pleasure.
Oh, wow.
And then at one point he turns off the camera and he's like, oh, well, can we just have sex real quick? Just, and I'm like, no, that's not what I signed up for. That's not what I'm getting paid for. No, sorry. So he's like, oh, yeah, it's okay.
I can't believe that would ever happen in the porn industry.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But I did have a lot of fun. There was one video I did. The house was actually right across from like the Hollywood sign, the male talent that I was working with. It was actually a boy girl video. We didn't swap or anything, but I was partnered up with one person and we kind of had the hots for each other. It was really good. There was times when the other couple would be, let's say, taking a break, and we just kept going. And the people that were filming, they end up turning back on the cameras.
Really?
Just for us. Because we kept going, yes. But people don't realize you can show up to a video and get there at 10, 11 a.m. and not leave till maybe like 1:30 in the morning. You are there all day long.
That's got to be exhausting.
It is pretty exhausting, yes.
So are fluffers a real thing?
What's a fluffer?
What's a fluffer? Well, it's the myth that there's a girl there and that's her only job is to keep the guy aroused off the scene, to get him aroused.
I didn't experience that. When I was there, the guys, if we were on a break, the guys would still be stimulating themselves but that's also, I feel like maybe why we chose to just keep going. Why not? We're having fun. We're enjoying this. So,
well, I've been in situations where I was aroused, but then either it got real hot or I was drunk or something, and there was just nothing I could do. Oh my God. It's so embarrassing too. I mean, I'm sitting there trying everything, and it's just like, I'm like, I promise you it works. It works. Oh, alcohol is a very tough thing to, on a male when you're trying to keep it.
That is really interesting because I had always experienced that also with men when they were drinking, but there is one person who I met him through the vanilla dating world. It's the opposite for him. So anytime he drinks, it's going to be an all-nighter.
Yeah.
And it's something that I had never experienced before.
Well, when you can't get it up because of alcohol, it's sometimes referred to as whiskey dick.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, and it is embarrassing because usually I have no problem at all, and I'm proud of it. But there's been a few times where I'm just like holding my head going, oh my God, now what do I do, right?
You're listening to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy.
You've finally broken loose from work. 3 friends, 1 tea time, and then the text. Honey, there's water in the basement. Not exactly how you pictured your Saturday. That's when you call us, Cincinnati Insurance. We always answer the call because real protection means showing up, even when things are in the rough. Cincinnati Insurance. Let us make your bad day better. Find an agent at CINFIN.com.
Now back to the show with your host, Marcus.
Well, I want to know what happened after the 2 weeks, Taylor. Like, did you decide not to?
Yeah, so I just came back home and I decided that it wasn't for me because I already got to kind of check it off my bucket list. I already had my fun. I got to experience it. Like, it wasn't what I was looking for. I can still have fun. So.
Yeah, I've done that. Like my car, my Lamborghini, I had it for 2.5 years, sold it. And people are like, you miss it? I'm like, no, it was kind of like I had it, enjoyed it. And now that it's gone, I don't really miss it that much because I got to experience it. I don't want to say I don't want to do this again, but I've had some threesomes that I'd never had before.
What was that like?
So one of them I've talked about. The first one, it was with these 2 girls, and one was 5'11", the other one was 5'9". They had legs, just towering legs, right? So the most embarrassing thing. Well, and of course I use condom too, and condoms cut off my circulation, so I can remain aroused for a while, but then after, there's just not enough sensation to keep me aroused. So we went through like 3 condoms. They just kept like, oh, we'll fix you. And they take it off, start giving me a blowjob, and then I'd get hard again, put it back on. So I ended up going through like 3 condoms. But the really embarrassing part was we were on the bed on our knees. I was on my knees on the bed, and they both bent over in front of me, and they go, yeah, just pick one. But I couldn't reach either one. And I felt like a midget trying to like hop in, trying to reach one. It was so uncomfortable and just awkward. And it was being my first time. And it was an awkward experience. Now other guys tell me like, oh my God, it's amazing. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Well, I did it a few times with them before, and we kind of worked out things that worked for all of us. And then I had a threesome with another couple girls, which they were shorter. They were shorter than me, which was nice. Again, it was just different people. So the dynamic was different. They did different things. I actually liked them better. And that's about it. I haven't had a threesome in a while.
And it's not something else that you'd...
Well, I found that I really prefer being one-on-one. Yeah, I just prefer it.
Have you had any great sex experiences from the site?
Not from the site, no. and really not even in vanilla dating. Like it's been one of the reasons I joined the site was because I wanted better sexual experiences than I ever had in the vanilla world. But so far I'm not there yet.
But you are kind of new to the site, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. And so I'm still vetting some of the guys and going on a lot of meet and greets, but they're not turning into anything. I'm getting offers, but I haven't accepted any. So I'm still like waiting for
someone to wow you.
Yep. Even with oral sex, with like the no kitten licking.
Oh my gosh.
Taylor, what's your favorite?
I would say when me and that guy I was seeing, the one I said gave me the best sex.
Yeah.
We went out to Mexico a couple times. He has a condo right on the beach. It's supposed to be like a private beach. People can walk through if they're crossing over to a different side. But the only people that would really be there would be just people out in the ocean on like jet skis. And we would be having sex on the balcony. He had this outside bed, and we would have sex out there all the time. We would try to sleep out there. There was times when we would just come back in like really late at night, just wake up. But we would always have sex. I don't even remember us having sex in the room, honestly.
Yeah.
But we kept feeling sometimes like the people on the jet skis would be watching. So sometimes we'd have to stop and go inside.
Now, what about your experiences at the sex club?
Before, that was kind of that situation I was telling you about where somebody had kind of invited me into their sugar relationship to kind of spice things up. And they got jealous and, took that thing off my car. Anyways, but that they brought me over to this sex club. And it was phenomenal. I loved it. I go there now all the time. But mostly now I'm just there solo, just doing my content in the rooms because they have different themes. I can definitely bring other people there. Again, I'm just so picky and choosy about who I want to be with. And again, I don't just sleep with. I'm very picky. I don't just meet people there and have sex with them. So
as you should be.
Yeah.
Your boundaries and whatever you're comfortable with.
But I'm sure you're getting to know people there now.
Oh yeah, it's so much fun. I love it. I try to stop by there all the time.
I know Alejandra liked it a lot. She's been there a few times. I'm sure she would be ready to go again because it is kind of cool with the different rooms.
Oh, I love
and
it.
The different themes.
I love it.
Types of chairs and equipment they have there. It helps spice things up a little bit without you having to fill your room or buy. You can try things out before you purchase them or whatever, right?
So when you and Alejandra were there, were you observers or did you have your own room?
Well, the story is, and you'll probably remember it from some of the past episodes if you've heard it, but we went there with Amy and her husband, and then we went with Vivian and Kevin. They're always fan favorites of the show, and They're going to be at Sugarpalooza 7, which is going to be a lot of fun. But so we all went, and we're having a great time. And so Alejandra and I slipped away to a room, and we had sex in there. And then but there was like this piece of equipment where I could lay, it was a curved bench or something. And anyway, I could lay in this position, and she could just basically ride me like a cowgirl, and that's her favorite position. So anyway, she finished, I finished, and then we got on the bed, and we just laid there and cuddled, and we fell asleep.
Oh.
Yeah. And so like 20, 30 minutes later, we wake up, and we're like, we hear like people, and we're like, where are we? And then we come out, and it was just funny because we opened the door, and it felt like we were doing the walk of shame, right? Because we had just been sleeping in there. We kind of sneak out, and it was like a whole different crowd hanging around than when we went in. So I don't know if somebody was waiting on the room or not, but we occupied that room for a little while. But she loved the experience, and I did too. And it was okay. So for me, it was fear of the unknown. I didn't know what to expect, right? It was very clean, very sanitary. They had everything that you needed. Like they had towels and condoms if you need them, and they had bathroom nearby where, you could just make sure everything seemed very clean and orderly. They had a lady that cleans the rooms. So we really liked it. We liked the setup with the bar and the dance floor and the DJ and then the different rooms. And there was a lot of people that just hung out. They just went there as a social club, not to have sex, but just to hang out. So
I've never been to one before. I wouldn't mind going to see what it's like in there.
I can bring you.
Yeah. And there are some rooms where you could observe, and I don't want to be judgmental, but the people that were having sex with the open door, I'd have rather they closed it. I don't know. It wasn't attractive, but some people really like watching, and there was a variety of people. That what I did find interesting was a few outfits that had the upside down pineapple on them. It's like, okay, we kind of know that because you're in the sex club, but people wear fun outfits. Some people wear hardly anything at all. And then some people come fully clothed and have no intention of doing anything sexual. They're just enjoying a good, like open, just relaxing time. We went at that Friday night on Sugarpalooza 6. We had a whole crew of us go down there on a Friday night.
Oh, I think I remember that. I wasn't part of the...
Mainly it was just drinking evening. And dancing and watching a little bit of BDSM. That's basically what it was. Me never really wanting to go down there because I thought, oh, what am I going to find? I was pleasantly surprised.
Were you?
Yeah. I'd go again. Yeah. And I'm shy like that. Like I'm just not out there, right?
Right. Do you think there's going to be some pre-party activities like that before Sugarpalooza 7 this time?
You never know. You never know. That was unplanned.
Right.
Yeah. Some of the people that show up early, we have a little bit of time to kill, and we do get in a little bit of trouble sometimes, but you just never know. Every party brings a different dynamic of people, a different mix. We have Victoria coming back, and she hasn't been to the last few, but she's the life of the party. She just somehow she knows how to light it up. And so she's coming back. That'll be a very interesting mix. So you just never know. Everybody vibes differently with each other. Every single party is unique, but every party is so special because unlike the kind of the uncomfortable way we had to hide a lot of information on our Cabo trip, you don't have to hide anything.
Right.
It's just so freeing.
I feel like, honestly, a lot of the girls, they immediately make friends and they start clicking, and we're all taking pictures and photos, and it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. And I thought there would be more cattiness, but everyone is usually pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, were you at 6?
She was at 5 and 6.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I must not have met you. I was at 6 and I must not have met you, but there were a lot of people there. I didn't meet everyone.
She helped me put together Sugarpalooza 1 in like 3 days, but so she was kind of there at the very beginning. She didn't make that party, but she helped me kind of organize it and put it together, and then we've reunited, and now she's going to be at her third one in a row.
I know. So I think maybe last time because I only went to the Shakira, the concert. I didn't go to the before or after.
Oh, okay.
So
Maybe that's why I didn't.
yeah. So
Now, are there any spots left? Are you sold out or
We're full.
you full?
Yeah,
Okay.
I am.
Wow.
I'm maxed out on Sugar Daddies, which thank you sponsors.
That's
and
great.
then the rest of the spots were for the Sugar Babies and the women. So it's 50 of us. It's going to be a hell of a party. Can't wait. You'll hear all about it.
And is it a little smaller than the last one?
Just a little.
Okay.
Yeah, 50. Last time it was 62
Okay.
tickets, but this time it's 50. We have 2 private suites, same party bus, but we're going to be doing the mixer in a new house. It's beautiful. It's going to be a lot of fun. We still have the photo booth.
ooh, I'm excited. That's
Yeah.
always
I know.
everyone loves the photo booth.
I know. It's so fun. I've seen people's Instagram profiles with pictures as their profile picture is from the photo booth.
I did that for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really cool. It's like, look at that. All right, well, we got to wrap it up. Anything else, ladies? We got into some interesting subjects
sure
today.
did.
I had no idea where we were going to go when I walked in this morning. There we go. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you want to share your crazy sugar dating stories, we'd love to hear those, and we're going to have them for you. But go to our website, secretsofasugardaddy.com, and also on our Instagram. But first and foremost, we'd love to have you as a member of our family, and it truly is a family. So go to patreon.com/Secrets of a Sugar Daddy podcast. We still have the free option. We'll continue offering that, but the tiers will change at the beginning of 2026. So if you want in on the lower pricing, get on there today, and you're going to like it. I think you're really going to enjoy the family that's there. All right, Taylor, Nikki.
Goodbye.
Yes.
I'll
All right.
next time.
We'll talk to you guys soon. All right, bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us. If you'd like to connect or even be on the show, we'd love to hear from you at secretsofasugardaddy.com.
Are you ready to finally make that dream a reality? Maybe it's updating your kitchen, paying down high-interest credit cards, or covering tuition. Your home is more than where you live. It's also your most powerful asset. At Unlock, we make it simple to turn equity into options. With a home equity agreement, you can access cash today without taking on monthly payments. Imagine the freedom to invest in your home, reduce financial stress, or finally start that big project you've been putting off. It's your home. It's your future. Unlock it today. Visit unlock.com to learn more about a home equity agreement. That's unlock.com to learn more.
Terms and conditions apply. Not all homeowners will qualify. Not available in all states. Actor Portrayal. Home equity agreements are offered by Unlock Home Equity Solutions, Inc. In certain states, NMLS number 2657081. Visit www.consumeraccess.org for more info.